I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me
Ah,
on here. I'm scrolling
yes.
through your feed and you do such nice stuff. It's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Julia, thank you for to be invited in here and you say okay to be
Yeah,
our
of
guest speaker.
course. Of course.
Okay. So, can you tell to other friends maybe would like to know you, how long you know in Access, how long you experience in Access and the topic?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've been doing Access for 9 years
Mm.
and it's been a wonderful journey and it's been more than I even knew I was
Mm-hmm.
asking for. It's been really cool.
Oh,
Yeah. Are you translating, Faina, or just English?
English, English, okay.
Oh, okay. That's easy then. Okay. I'm like
Yes.
waiting for it.
Someone translate.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the translation. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I started it 9 years ago and
Mm-hmm.
it's just been an incredible gift to me. I was looking for something that would just make my life easier. I mean, I was really
Mm-hmm.
young. I was in university and I was just always looking for enlightenment. I studied a lot of
Mm.
Buddhism,
Mm-hmm.
and I studied Christianity as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and I studied Eckhart Tolle and Deepak Chopra, and I took body talk courses, and I did my Reiki and everything. And I was just looking for
Mm.
something that would make life as easy and magical as
Mm-hmm.
I knew that it could be. And I knew
Mm-hmm.
it might be for some people out there. And that was my main target, for me to have that for myself. And then
Mm-hmm.
when I came to Access, it was like, it was just like serious Christmas morning. It was
Wow.
amazing. And the tools are just so good.
Mm-hmm.
And they've given me such a sense of myself and such a sense of
Mm-hmm.
confidence and the
Mm-hmm.
ability to have my voice in the world, without,
Mm.
I was, I was Gary says, you're not as fucked up as you think you are, which is
Yes.
true. You're not as fucked up as you think you are. But I
Yeah.
also was a little more fucked up than I realized I was in certain areas. So I was grateful for the tools because I grew up with them,
Mm-hmm.
really. I mean,
Mm.
I did them through my whole 20s. So I grew up with the tools and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, wanted to learn how to be a great leader in the world and to have confidence. And then when I realized how powerful it was, which was almost instant, I was like, I would like to pass this on to others. And so I became a certified facilitator, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've just been doing it ever since. I actually haven't had another job other than being an access facilitator. I went
Mm-hmm.
from university to facilitating access, and the changes that I've seen in people are just like a dream. I mean, you can't even dream of things so powerful. So, yeah, it's been wonderful for me. So,
Yes.
yeah.
And when you facilitate the right voice for you, it's very awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Faina's been
Beyond
in my
beyond my
classes.
imagination. Beyond my imagination.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, and that's the
Yes.
thing. Like, I would
Mm.
love to take credit for that, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not just me. It's like, when you do this stuff, you kind of
Mm-hmm.
you open up and you allow the universe to contribute to you. And so these classes are just incredible. Like, if
Yes.
you have a facilitator who's really, there for consciousness and facilitating consciousness, and there are
Mm-hmm.
many amazing facilitators out there. It's such a gift, and that's what I
Mm-hmm.
always wanted to become, is somebody who could empower others rather than try to fix others or try to help others. I wanted to help make other people as strong as these tools have made me.
Yes. Okay, I agree with you. Rather
Yeah,
than heal or fix something.
totally,
Yes.
totally.
Yes.
It's such a gift. So I'm so glad that I have
Mm-hmm.
this awesome gift, and I couldn't recommend it to people more. It's such
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful modality.
Mm, yes. And we would like to talk about the creating with earth. So the question is, usually we
Yeah,
creating with the persons or everything, but this is you said about the earth. Maybe
with
you
the
can
earth.
explain more, yes,
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. So so basically what I
Mm-hmm.
since the coronavirus has come, one of the things that I've been looking at is the earth. Because the earth
Mm.
definitely changed. Like when the
Mm-hmm.
airplanes stopped flying and the cars stopped driving and we stopped moving around as much, the fashion industry actually
Mm-hmm.
closed down for a huge
Mm.
amount of time, which is unprecedented. It's never happened before.
Mm.
So my girlfriend was shopping in the malls in Saudi Arabia, and she's like, "There's no spring and summer collection. It's only the winter collection, the old clothes." And I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Um,
And the effects that that's had on the earth are
mm-hmm.
phenomenal. And so, um, like I would go out for a bike ride, and whereas I would just see some squirrels before, now I was
Mm-hmm.
seeing raccoons, I was seeing rabbits, I was seeing tons of
Mm.
squirrels. The birds were singing louder. It's like everything, bunny rabbits, these cute little bunny rabbits. It's
Mm-hmm.
like everything was singing stronger and louder, and it was more powerful.
Mm.
And
Mm.
so I, you know, just started to realize, and many conversations with Gary and Dane talking about how the
Mm-hmm.
earth has become stronger because it's had a
Mm-hmm.
rest and it's had a break from the coronavirus. And
Mm-hmm.
what we tend to do is we tend to create with our mind
Mm-hmm.
rather than creating the way that the earth does. And the way that the earth creates is this, if you look at a tree,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes stronger as it gets older. If you look at a person, they
Mm.
become weaker as they get older. They become less and less and become crippled and have deaths and cancers and diseases, and your body gets
Ah.
yucky usually before you die. That
Ah.
doesn't happen
Okay.
to a tree. A tree becomes more and more and more
Ah.
incredible and substantial with every given year. And we do the opposite. So what's the
Mm.
difference?
Mm.
It's like we're creating with our
Mm-hmm.
brains,
Mm.
and we're creating, or not our brains. The brain is great. The mind is what you don't want to function from. So we're
Mm-hmm.
creating with our minds, and if we can actually change that and start to create with the earth and as the earth,
Mm-hmm.
everything gets easier, and you are contributed to and supported in a
Mm-hmm.
way that you've never we can't be supported in our minds. I joke here, I have a calculator. I always joke and say this is all your mind can do. It just calculates stuff.
Yes.
It's just a calculator, and it
Yep.
can't. Some of the things that I've asked questions about in Access and then
Mm-hmm.
created have
Mm-hmm.
been more than what I could have calculated. They were more than what I
Mm.
fantasized about. Even the things that you fantasize about. Oh, Ira's here. Hi,
Era.
Ira. Nice
Yes.
to see you.
Awesome
Hi.
transportation.
So good to
Some
see you.
people also. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
love it. Thanks
Uh-huh.
so much for having me, Faina.
Yes.
um,
Okay.
but yeah, it's such a gift, and there's just such a there's like you can perceive those people who are
Mm-hmm.
creating with the earth and as the earth. They're just I see it in Gary and Dane,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a kindness and a strength and an ability to receive that I don't see almost anywhere else, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just such a gift. And so for me, it's like you can ask the question. I'll leave you guys with a question so
Mm-hmm.
that you can
Mm-hmm.
use this stuff. The question is,
Mm-hmm.
what do I know about creating as the earth that I haven't yet chosen? And
Oh.
if you keep asking that over and over and be really present with that question, don't try to answer it, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously the
Mm-hmm.
calculator
Calculation.
can't answer
Right
that.
and wrongs.
Yeah, I can't answer it. Sorry.
Yes.
So it's like you have to just ask the question. And then
Uh-huh.
what happens when you go beyond your mind is the
Mm-hmm.
universe will give you the awareness and contribute to you. And it's just,
Mm.
it's such an easier way to live, you know, and it doesn't happen
Mm.
instantaneously. I've had to study these tools quite a bit
Mm-hmm.
to be at peace enough to start
Mm-hmm.
letting these things into my world. So
Mm-hmm.
there is sort of an amount of learning the tools of access and using them. And then it's like, you know, things can switch and they get easier for you. So yeah, it is
Mm.
quite easy. So
Okay.
Ira wrote it down. What do I know? What do I know creation as? What do I know
No,
about
what creation?
creation as the earth that
Uh,
I haven't yet acknowledged? Yeah,
what do I know about creation
as
as
the
the
earth
earth that I
that
haven't
haven't
acknowledged
yet.
yet?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
Well,
just such.
I even never thinking that, like you said, people getting older and getting weak, but
Yeah.
the trees getting old and getting stronger.
Yes.
Wow. So
Yes.
we can learn from the trees and from this planet.
Yes. Yes. And
Hmm.
you know, Dane just turned 50,
Hmm.
and he said that, you know, he's getting stronger as he gets older and he looks better with
Hmm.
time and he feels better and he's more handsome and he's more full of life. And that's, you know, that he said little kids are going to look at him and go, "Mommy, I want to be 50 years old like him." Which I thought was funny. So it's like, yeah, it's like a totally different reality, you know. We
Oh,
can
wow.
switch these things and it's possible, and I see people doing it. You've just got to use the tools. That's it.
Yes.
It's so
Ah,
easy.
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
It's about receiving and giving
Yeah.
and receiving every time
Yeah.
with the planet, the earth.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
cuz the earth wants to give to us. It's just that we're not taught to receive, and we've actually been abused a lot. You know, whether you have been physically abused or mentally abused or
Mm-hmm.
sexually abused, you
Mm-hmm.
know, most people
Mm-hmm.
have undertaken some sort of abuse. So it's like when you have that kind of abuse, you
Mm-hmm.
actually stop being you and you
Mm-hmm.
put up the walls. Oh, excuse me.
Yes, you.
Thank you. You
Yeah.
actually put up the walls and the barriers to
Mm.
receiving. And
Yes.
so that's what Access also is designed to do. We have a whole bunch of processes about abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, guys.
It's okay.
So it's like, you know, there's these processes on abuse that
Mm-hmm.
have the ability to help change the abuse that you function from your whole
Mm.
life. You know, and it's staggering the ability that we have to change it. It's really a beautiful thing.
Mm. Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank
It
you
is
for the
great.
question. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I saw you when you go to the trees, when you do bicycle and everything.
Yes, yes, I do. I create when I'm, you know, in the earth.
Yes. Yes.
I make a lot of my favorite videos on my
Yes.
bicycle.
Yes. I love that video. Awesome.
And one of them, I fell off my bicycle. Oh, so
So,
funny.
where are you living here right now?
So I live in South Carolina in the United States, and
Mm.
I live in the swamp. It's called the Low Country. It's near the ocean, and it's
Mm-hmm.
all the swampland. So it's the alligators and the turtles and the frogs, and
Wow.
it's a full-on swamp. Like one of the craziest things that I noticed when I got here was because I lived here for 5 years. When I
Mm.
got married, I moved here from
Mm-hmm.
Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And every community here has a
Mm-hmm.
pond because you
Mm-hmm.
need a pond for drainage. But in every single community pond,
Mm-hmm.
there's a neighborhood alligator. Like the community, like you're there at your house and then there's just an alligator living in the pond, you know, and I'm like, oh
Well,
my God, you guys live among alligators. And they're like, yeah, just the only thing you can't do is feed it. Just don't feed it, or it will get used to humans and it will eat your children. So sometimes I have to
uh-huh.
come in and kill the alligators because the stupid humans feed
Uh,
them.
uh-huh.
Stupid humans. But it's like, it's incredible. There's alligators in people's
Mhm.
backyards, there's alligators in people's ponds, and people just live in
Mm.
communion with the alligators.
Wow.
Yeah, weird.
Yes. So, uh, Julia, what we could contribute to this planet or to the Earth?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's a great question. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
just to keep asking, what can I
Mm-hmm.
contribute to the planet today? And
Mm-hmm.
what can I contribute to the universe today?
And
And
what can
ask
we
those
receiving?
questions. And what can I receive from the earth today?
Mm-hmm.
And what can I receive from the universe today?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
And that's
so
the thing about this
mhm,
stuff is just ask the questions and
yes.
everything will start to change. And you know that.
Hmm, yes.
Yeah.
Apakah ada teman-teman yang mau bertanya? Is anyone would like to ask the question? You can type. Before Ira asks the question about magic, is this our magic with our bodies are?
About what? Aging? What was the
And
question?
creation
Sorry?
with is this our magic with our bodies?
Yeah. I mean, oh my gosh, our bodies are such magical
Yeah.
creatures. But what we tend to do is
Mm-hmm.
overfeed them. We eat a lot. And then we're tired all the time. And you know, it's like, so we don't actually get the joy and the pleasure of our body, because your body is like a pleasure vessel. It's designed to have enjoyment and happiness. And excuse me, the way that we stop that is by making it constantly digest our food. Now I'm not saying don't eat, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, you know, there's just so much more space available. You know, when we touch the earth, when we're with the earth, when we eat
Mm-hmm.
amazing, wonderful food, when we allow ourselves to be touched without, you know, by somebody who truly cares, not somebody who has a judgment or a point of view, which is
Mm-hmm.
basically a form of abuse, a
Mm-hmm.
light form of
Mm-hmm.
abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, our bodies are just, they're such a gift. And you know, we came here to be that gift, and we chose to have this body. We chose to have this body.
Yes.
Yeah. And
And
Ira
Ira
says, I
said,
thought eating is part of the life enjoyments. It is part of the life enjoyments.
yes.
But one of the things Gary says is food can be a homeopath to
Mm-hmm.
create more energy in your body. And so it's not that eating is wrong. It's just like, would food taste worse if it was a
Mm.
homeopath, or would it taste better if it was a homeopath?
Or we have adjustment about the food that we are eating too.
Yes. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Before you go to eat something, go, all of the
Mm-hmm.
judgments I've created about this food in any
Mm-hmm.
lifetime, I destroy and uncreate again. Times a godzillion, right and wrong, good and bad,
And
all
that,
nine, box shorts, boys and beyonds. Yep.
that's
So
cool.
food is an amazing topic, but
Mm.
yeah. So, you know, what is possible with the earth, and what is possible with receiving that you haven't yet created, you know?
Mm. And one more thing, Julia.
Yes.
Usually before I know access, I almost get it headache. And when I know the tools of access, I ask, who does this belong to? And I found it this belong to Earth. So usually before earthquake or something like that, I get the headache or something like that in my head. So what happened actually with the Earth? Is the Earth sad or is the Earth what happened? So I get
No,
the
the earth the
mm-hmm,
earth doesn't have any emotions or
mm-hmm,
feelings. The
mm-hmm,
earth is a sensory organism. So it's not that the earth can be sad. It's not
mm-hmm,
possible. But
mm-hmm,
it's that, you know, what what can you contribute to changing the earth? Oftentimes when people get headaches, it's because they can contribute something to changing the earth. That and that pain in their body is actually the earth trying to ask for a contribution. So you just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and contribute to the earth.
Okay, so it doesn't mean the earth sad, or just the earth need or requires some energy or contribution
It
from
just
us.
requires some energy. Yeah. Yeah. But one of the things that, like, animals don't do sadness and the earth doesn't do sadness. Only this does sadness. And even if you're functioning as an infinite being, you wouldn't get sad. So, yeah, what if sadness wasn't part of your reality anymore?
Wow, it's cool.
It is. It's really cool.
More joy, love.
Yeah. We must be shifting some energy because I'm yawning like crazy.
Yes.
Selvin says, I just learned about access and all of this, and I'm just more and more curious. Do you have advice for me? How should I take a step to enter more to this new world? I would say the first thing you want to do is take a bars class, because the bars are the first stepping stone in access. It's a one-day class that you can take from any of the 10,000 facilitators all over the world. And it's a one-day class, and it is an amazing class. And basically, you learn 32 points on the head that teach you how to receive. And they are just an incredible gift. And every other modality that I came to, I did the modality for a little bit, and then I got bored of it and stopped doing it. I've been doing the bars for 9 years nonstop. And I do them. I just ran my husband's last night, and he ran mine the day before. So we are doing bars constantly. And she says, I just took last Friday with Faina. Yay! So the next thing you might want to do, Selva, is just ask questions. But the next really amazing class is the foundation. And
she already took the X-Men.
She's done the foundation?
X-Men.
Oh, she's done X-Men.
Yesterday with Ryan T.
Oh, that is so cool. So do you have to do foundation to do X-Men?
Yes. Bars. Just only bars.
Bars. Okay,
the
cool.
progressive
Well, the next thing she may want to do, you could consider taking the foundation class, because that's a 4-day class, and it gives you so many tools. It's not even funny. It's such an amazing class.
Yes, exactly.
So awesome. So she's done the X-Men and the bars with you. She's in good hands over there. That's great.
I just hosting Ryan in class.
Love it. That's wonderful.
Yes. After I took your class, I said to Ryan, Julia is so awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, and Ryan said, oh yeah, she's good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Well, cool.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me here today, Faina.
Thank you for your sharing in here, and thank you for others who already joined with us today.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. See you sometime, somewhere. Come to Jakarta or Indonesia.
Yeah.
And if you have any topic during June or July, maybe?
Yeah, I'm facilitating a class starting on Wednesday, and it's a 10-part class, and it's called Healing Your Bank Account.
Healing your
bank account. And it's gratitude exercises every day. Because I noticed for me, when I would get money coming in, I'd be like, ugh, money, I have to pay my bills, I have to do this. I wasn't actually being grateful for it. So I realized I had to teach myself to be grateful. Gratitude is not innate. You have to learn gratitude. You have to teach yourself gratitude. And so gratitude for money is something that we have to teach ourselves. So we get together every day for 10 days, and I work with you guys to be the energy of gratitude with money, with your bank account, with your 10% account, with your debts. you know, we had a story of one lady who had $7,000 of credit card debt, and after she did the last class, she had no more credit card debt. It just disappeared
Wow.
like magic. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Cool.
and that's the power of being grateful for money, because when you're
Mm-hmm.
being grateful for money, it tingles. It, you know, it has this energy to it. And it wants to come towards that energy. So more money
Mm-hmm.
comes with total ease when you have gratitude for money.
So, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Cool.
On
So
Wednesday. Okay.
on
I will
Wednesday,
see.
we start.
I see the class and posting. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Awesome. Thanks,
Bye.
everybody. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
Karina. Mwah.
Bye.